We have a lovely day here in Paris today, but that's of course not what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to talk to you about something I received in the post the other day. I received a book catalogue from a UK publisher called Floris Books. They're specialized in children's books. If you look at the cover, it is a children's book cover, but when I opened the envelope, I looked at the back side and I saw it's my picture. I wasn't totally surprised because we've been working with Floris Books for several months now, because they're publishing a book by us on the British market. So I knew that this was coming, but I didn't know that they would put our book on the cover of their new catalogue. Very exciting. So let me show you a bit more about the book. Turning over the catalogue to the non-fiction books from Floris and leafing a few pages into the catalogue, here's our book. Biodynamic, Organic and Natural Winemaking. Sustainable Viticulture and Viniculture. The English title is actually slightly different from the Swedish title. The original title is Wine and the Environment, Organic, Biodynamic and Natural. The purpose of the book is to explain what these different types of winemaking, what these different systems of wine growing and winemaking actually mean. What we want to do is to explain to you what is organic winemaking, what is biodynamic winemaking, what is natural wines. We're not out to explain that this is good or this is bad or this is how you should do it. We're actually giving you the facts so that you, the reader, can take an informed decision of whether you think this is good or bad yourself. So we want to give you, the reader, the facts. Let me give you a little bit more of a look on how the book might look. I don't have a printed version of the book yet. It's not done and printed yet. But I can show you the Swedish version of the book. The cover will be slightly different because, well, you can compare the covers. They've chosen, the two publishers have chosen different pictures. Also, the difference is that the English edition will be a soft cover, paperback. The Swedish edition is hardcover. So just let me show you a little bit of what is going on in the book. Here is the table of contents that you probably can't see very much of on this video, but it goes through all the elements of wine and the environment, and in particular organic winemaking and wine growing. It talks about how common it is, why has it become relatively popular these days. These days I think it's something like 5%. In Europe it's between 5 and 10% of the wine producers who are working organic. It talks about these certifying organizations, it talks about all the technologies which are allowed or not allowed. You can also see that there's a lot of pictures which illustrates things. But one of the objectives with the book is to actually go into pretty much detail of what is allowed and what is not allowed in organic, biodynamic and other types of winemaking. So we're talking in the book about a lot of different technical things, not only technical things, but quite a few things. Like what are you allowed to do in terms of additives to the wine? What are you allowed to use as additives and things to influence how the wine is to become? So you can see here, for example, we talk quite a lot about sulfur. This is sulfur. And we talk about winemaking technologies like vacuum distillation, which is this machine here. This makes the book quite relevant not only for those interested in organic or biodynamic winemaking, but it also goes into a lot of details useful for anyone who wants to understand what are you allowed to do with any kind of wine? Because we also talk about the things that you are allowed to do as a traditional winemaker. So if you want to know what kind of additives are allowed overall in winemaking, this is also a good source. At the end, there is a section also on recommended winemakers, recommended wine producers. And then I wanted to show you something else, because the Swedish edition, the first edition of this book, won an award. We won the prize, we won the award for Best Wine Book for Professionals in Sweden in the Gourmand World Cookbook Awards. And then going to the international level, we came in second place, so runner-up, for the world's best educational wine book. Very happy about, very proud about that. So there you have it, our forthcoming book on biodynamic, organic and natural winemaking. I'm sorry I cannot show you the book, but I can only show you this. The book isn't printed. The book is already available for pre-ordering at Amazon or probably on any other online bookshop. But here it is. I hope you will be interested in it, and we look forward to hearing from you with your comments.